on today's episode of the Game Chasers.
On this episode of Game Chasers,
Star Tropics, maybe?
One of my more exciting finds, to find something that was forgotten about.
For $5, I had to have it.
dude, I'm like super stoked now.
If I shave the beard, I'm not trying to be sexy right now.
That's saying something because you hang out with rednecks.
Fuck off, you motherfuckers.
I'm super stoked today because we're going to a flea market that we haven't been to in a while. One thing you are not, it's sexy.
You're really not that sexy, honestly.
I mean, don't believe everything Chelsea tells you.
Do what?
Because you're like the ugliest motherfucker I know.
Am I?
It's been a while since we've been here. Don't know what to expect. You know, like everywhere else, I think it's hit or miss. Could be a little dry right now because it's just been kind of dry in general lately.
I gotta become one with the chasing chi and center myself, for I will find the deals. How much is the Barbie? $10. $10? You know what pisses me off? When everybody thinks that they have gold in the form of retro video game carts. You know what I mean? Every one of those were $2 games max.
Yeah. So we come across the table here. It has some Nintendo 64 games. $10 each, but whatever, nothing I need.
How was eyeballing?
Do you need a Game Boy? I don't have a Game Boy.
I'm kind of curious about it because it's a Game Boy. I don't have it.
How much for the Game Boy?
So,
60.
holy fuck. This fucking bitch. Fucking $60. You gotta be fucking out of your mind. 60 fucking bucks for a Game Boy. It's been some months since we've been here. Quite a few months, actually. Apparently these motherfuckers went crazy from the last time we were here till now.
I don't know where this is going.
How much for this Madden 94 common as fuck, you know? Oh, that'll be $15. What's the best you can do on it? 12. Oh, get the fuck out of here.
This particular flea market, I know 2 or 3 years ago, we would find gold every time. But that's just not the case anymore, unfortunately.
This fucking bullshit is what it is.
PS2 over there?
Yeah, relax. It's just a PS2.
Meh.
PS2?
So Billy spies with his stupid blue eye a case on the floor with a bunch of NES games in it.
Ooh! What's your games? $5 each? Sweet.
I love it when I come across a vendor and all their games are one set price instead of just, oh, I'm looking it up on eBay, right?
Because I literally think I have every one of them.
I know. I did too. Somebody else want to hold the camera?
Yeah.
They've already got everything, you know, now it's my turn to look.
We're gonna give him that opportunity to kind of let his collection grow a little bit.
Some decent titles in here. A bunch of commons, but some decent titles. There's always going to be stuff that I don't have for the time being because, like I said, my collection's relatively small.
Like Dr. Mario, I don't have that.
I see a Dr. Mario, and I vaguely remember it growing up. I'm sure that Billy and I played it quite a bit at my grandparents' house.
How do you not have a Dr. Mario? What's wrong with you?
I haven't been collecting that long. I don't come out, you know?
For $5, you pick up Dr. Mario. That's an $8 to $10 to $12 game, depending on where you're at, and it's a fun game on top of that. Dr. Mario's a puzzle game. I'm not gonna say it's similar to Tetris. The only way it's similar is you can flip the pills. Those are your pieces or pills, and they're multicolored. You got blue and red, and you got yellow and red, and yellow and blue and red and red and red. And anyways, you have germs, and the pills kill the germs. So you got to match up the color of the pill with the color of the germ.
Ghosts and Goblins, the heck? See,
Ghosts and Goblins
that one.
kind of a classic if you want to.
Yeah.
I can only get like past level 3, and I've been playing this game for a while. It's super extremely hard. I would say it's one of the top 3 hardest games on the NES, but it's also a classic. He's got to get it. He's got to have it.
I don't think I remember playing that one at all, but anything with Ghosts and Goblins I've got to pick up.
You got Cubert.
Cherry pick what you need. I mean, what do you have of those so far?
Chris finds a Ninja Gaiden.
You're guiding him through the city.
Here we go. It's Ninja Gaiden. Tomato, tomato.
I've got to get it. $5. Got to pick it up. Got to have it.
Ninja Gaiden is one of these classic side scrollers. It's a good game. It's very difficult, especially once you get into the upper levels. You know, level 5 and 6.
It's one of my top 10 games on the NES. And I can almost no death run it. Just saying. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but... Oh, I can. I almost did. No, fuck you.
What can you hook them up with if they get multiple? I mean, it's still gonna be $5 a piece.
$5 a piece. Theoretically, you buy more, should calm down, right?
About 3 each, you'll buy $20 worth, guaranteed.
No, I mean, I've been there's a whole bunch of other guys that come around buying the cassettes, all that stuff too.
But he's not having it.
So I got about five different people that come. You know what I'm saying? So I've been selling a whole bunch for like $5.
If he's got 4 or 5 people that regularly buy games from him and they're paying $5 a piece, why would he come down?
If all the games are $5, it's better than $10, better than $15, better than $8 a piece, which is kind of the standard these days.
When I buy storage units, you know what I'm saying? It's just, this is what comes out of it.
It's just the way game chasing go.
Track and field worth $5. Track and field's not worth $5, is it?
Track and field, nah. I mean, you've got some good selections there.
Put that back, I have that.
Dr. Mario?
Yes. I have a double. Grab the Bart versus Space Mutants.
Bart versus the Space Mutants. Now, this is not a great game. A lot of people can't stand it, but I personally love this game. I have a lot of nostalgia for it.
Spray people and you gotta stop the alien tentacle.
The stuff that we played at Grand Grand's, you know, I probably didn't get to play very much because Billy was always hogging the fucking NES and the Super Nintendo.
Star Tropics, maybe?
I've already got Star Tropics.
Good deal.
If I can help someone out who doesn't know as much as I do, I'm glad to do it, even if he is a redneck like Chris.
Cubert?
I've got Cubert.
Okay. If you have Star Tropics, don't get Star Tropics.
But for trade bait.
Oh, don't worry about trade bait. Get stuff you need first.
These 3 I definitely don't have.
Don't get the POW. You had it in your hands.
Is it worth $5 though?
Go 13.
Chris could go 13. Really, that's just based solely on the recommendation of Pat the NES Punk. That's his favorite NES game, and I think that's saying something, honestly. Pat can be a fuck, but he knows his game, so. Stupid Pat.
Living on a prayer. I don't have any idea why that song popped in my head just then.
Oh man, we'll take $20 worth. Appreciate you.
Well, what's the name of the show?
Game Chasers.
Game Chasers.
So I get, all these scraps that y'all talk about now is finally becoming my day, quite regular as a matter of fact. So, I'll continue this little streak that I'm on. Why not?
It's been a day. The shit was found, right? Even if it wasn't by us. The shit was found. Shit was found.
So there's this local mall around here that closed down a little while back. Well, they're trying to reopen it as, best way I can describe it is like an indoor bazaar, basically an indoor flea market, if you will. And they got this section that's kind of their storage area / maintenance room. The mall's dead, it's empty. And there was no one there, the door was open. By open, I mean I went up and pulled it to see if it opened, and it did. So I went in snooping around, being nosy. What was I looking for? Video game I gotta be honest with you, I was, because you never know.
So literally yesterday, I get these texts from Jay, and all they are pictures, and they're pictures of this PlayStation display case.
I ran across a PlayStation 1 stored display cabinet.
I said, hey, let's come back today. I grabbed the camera, let's videotape.
So we're basically here now because I'm going to take Billy into the forbidden sections of the mall without asking, and I'm going to show him, and then we're going to go to the office and we're going to ask if we can buy from him.
Hello?
Maintenance?
Hello? I've heard of people finding store cases like this before in other abandoned malls.
This place used to house hobos. Actual hobos would come in here and house themselves in this mall. It's been abandoned for like the last 15 years or so.
You know, this is one of those deals I see people post about this kind of stuff online, like, you lucky son of a bitch, it's never gonna happen to me, and it happened to me. Hello?
Watch this board.
So this mall was the mall I used to go to when I was in high school. That's my connection with this mall.
This particular mall is where the arcade auction was held, where Jay got the Tekken cab. Now that arcade area is completely gone.
I walked past it. What the hell? It lit up. I went over here, and then when I on the way back, I saw that.
The PlayStation display case.
That's my PlayStation.
I'm not freaking out as much as I would be if it was like an NES or Super Nintendo display case. But the fact that we've come across this thing is immensely cool.
God, this thing is awesome to me for a couple of reasons. One, I'm a huge PlayStation fan. Have been since PlayStation 1. Not only that, I've probably bought a video game out of this cabinet because this thing was in KB Toy Store.
So this had to have come out of KB Toys or Sears. No ifs, ands, or buts about that, because those were the only two places in this mall that sold video games.
This is a relic from the mid-1990s.
This has been painted over, but you can still see, I don't know if you can get it on camera, you can still see the PlayStation symbol in the back. And this ain't like a drop card, I think it's part of the mold. So this can be cleaned off, because this should be, well, it should be gray like that.
It's dirty, it's dusty, but that's fine. That dirt and dust does not reflect the shape of this item. The only thing, did you just fart? Really?
So that's obviously where you put a TV.
TV, speakers right here probably.
I gotta tell you, if we can't buy this thing, I'm gonna be a little bit heartbroken.
It'd have been too big for someone like Sears to give a shit about moving. And what use would KB have for it? They want the product inside of it.
I know I want this thing. The next step is going into the office and trying to explain to them that I want this cabinet.
I'm kind of nervous going to the office because we weren't supposed to be where we were. So, because if it were me and someone was like, hey, I found this in your maintenance area, your storage area, how much you want for it, the first thing I would say is, what the hell are you doing back there? I just fucking saved that thing, dude. That thing was most likely, part of it's already been painted over. The rest was probably gonna be painted over and it's gonna be stuck out here in a store somewhere and nobody would have been none the wiser, so.
As we're walking back, I see some of these spaces along the hallways have shelving units.
And they got them set up, you know, it's kind of like one of those hallway display kiosk things. You can rent this space, and with that, I guess you get these shelves.
One is catching my eye. So basically, I'm totally interested in these. They light up. And I figured I wouldn't use them for games, but I would use them for like toys and stuff, all my G.I. Joes. I'd use them for like G.I. Joes and Transformers and stuff like that. Maybe put a few vehicles on top.
I saw those shelves 4 months prior when I was back there the first time.
They were back there?
They were back, yeah, you didn't know that? They were back there and they moved them into a hallway.
Wait, you did, the PlayStation one wasn't back there the first time?
No, PlayStation 1 wasn't, I didn't go that deep the first time. I didn't go that deep the first time. It was just in that first section.
Oh my God, this would be perfect for me. I could put games in it and I could put toys in it. It doesn't matter. I want this thing.
It does on both sides, actually.
What's it say?
It says KB Toys, which was
Painted over, obviously.
painted over. Looks like really cheap paint. Shitty paint job, one coat. Probably come off with some paint stripper or something. Maybe something not as harsh.
This was an old KB toy cabinet. A game, you know, a place where I probably bought something out of. You probably bought something out of because, you know, same mall, same town. So that's kind of neat.
As a teenager, I would actually, this is the old KB toy store. I would buy toys from it, even as a teenager. I'd wrestling figures. I don't even remember what else. But I go in there all the time. Even games. They had some games in here. I bought a few games from this very store.
Anytime I went to the mall, you know, in middle school, I would go to KB. Anytime I went to the mall when I was in high school, I'd still go to the KB toy store. Me and Billy actually shopped this thing together once the wrestling figures started going on clearance, and once KB started closing down and whatnot, we would go there quite a bit to pick up toys, video games, whatever.
I guess you could say I kind of gotta have it. These display cases that say KB on the side came out of this, so another part of my teenage life, my gaming life, could actually be a part of my actual game room, which I think is awesome.
So most likely all of that stuff came out of the KB toy store.
Yeah, probably so.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. He may want to sell those.
Okay. Well, I mean, like the PlayStation one, that was hidden. That's collecting dust. Mm-hmm. These other ones, obviously, I'm sure he moved them out here just to make it look like, hey, this is what you can do with this space, right?
So we go into the office to talk to the lady that's there, and she doesn't own the mall. She doesn't have the authority to sell us things. So she's going to call up the owner.
Can I put him on speaker? Is that all right? You want speaker?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you, sir? My name is Jay.
Jay.
Yes,
Nice
sir.
to talk with you.
I saw the cabinets down by the old Champs walking around in the mall, and I noticed that underneath the black paint it says KB Toys. I would like to have those.
I don't know what to expect here. A little bit nervous, but again, all you can do is ask.
And you actually have another display cabinet that says PlayStation down the side. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about or not, but it most likely probably came out of a KB toy also. Is that something that...
I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's about a 6x4, it has sliding glass doors on the front, similar to the KB ones. Is that something you'd be considering selling also?
Speak to Jessica.
All right.
Speak to Jessica and I'll tell you.
I'm really nervous here because I'm totally expecting, or at least I'm worried that he's gonna say, no, we have these displays here so people can come rent spaces. I'm not gonna sell them.
$95 for that?
$95. Sold. My number was $100 on this thing. Yeah, look, cheap Shady J was willing to pay a little bit of money for this thing. $95, perfect, that's where I want to be.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Now we got these other two KB toy cabinets.
Okay, Mr. Haynes, thank you. All right, he said $185 each and $95 the other one.
Okay.
$185, that's a lot of money. But it would be stupid to not walk out of here with at least one of these because score on the PlayStation one.
I don't take Republic credits. I need something more real.
Okay.
Well, I definitely want mine now. And I know you want the PlayStation one now.
Definitely want the PlayStation one, yes, for sure.
So,
it might take us a little bit to get a truck out here, like maybe next week. Is that okay? Definitely want to pay for them now.
If you're gonna pay for them, I would put them up, right, Trina? If they're gonna pay for this place, I would put them up maybe next door.
$185 is a lot of money, but we're just going to bite the bullet on this, and you know we're not going to complain too much because these are one of a kind, unique items that we've never run across before.
Dude, I'm excited as shit right now. I'll stop. I'm excited. $100 is where I wanted to be on the PlayStation case.
The official way.
The official way. What's that tell you? PlayStation 1.
In there.
This made the day.
Really f***ing cool. So right now we're stashing this till we can come back and pick it up with a truck or van or something, which neither one of us have.
As we're taking them down the hallway, Jay notices something on one of the sides.
Sunlight that's coming in from like the skylight above hits the side, which is painted black, mind you. And as it hits, I see letters.
Little Nintendo sign. Nintendo 64 is written on the side.
No way, really?
Yes!
I don't even see it.
Dude, I'm telling you, here's the 64 right here.
I see it now.
And this is Nintendo.
Like you can barely make it out.
Holy fuck.
Holy shit.
Nintendo 64!
Nintendo 64! It says Nintendo
Dude,
64.
it says KB Toys, and then like right here.
Can you get it on camera?
I'm trying to, man. It's really hard to see. This is beyond cool.
The fact that these things say Nintendo on them makes this 10, 15, 20 times more exciting.
Dude, that's f***ing unreal. Holy shit.
Right here. Try to get the 4.
Anything?
Yeah, stay right there. Stay right there. You kind of make out the 6. Dude, I'm like super stoked now.
We saw the KB, but we couldn't see the Nintendo.
No, it's too dark.
Holy crap, man.
There are probably people watching right now who went to that mall, to that KB toy store, and bought an N64 game out of that shelf.
This is a Nintendo Cabinet 4 KB.
These were actually used to display games back like in the mid-90s. How awesome is that? These things have black paint painted over the entire thing.
Holy f***, I can't believe that, dude.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to clean these up and get this black paint off without ruining it.
I could slide a pegboard in the back. I'm gonna get that other one. Not today, but I'm gonna get that other one in a few weeks. A week or a month or something. This definitely was used for video games, most likely, obviously, Nintendo games. And that just makes the find that much cooler, honestly.
I am not the biggest N64 fan in the world, but I still have to marvel over how awesome this is, because how often do you run across something like this?
You know, if I wasn't such a nosy little bastard, we'd have never found these things. All of them are painted on. Can we get these things cleaned up?
Or shizzle, what he said.
Wouldn't it be funny if like a shadow person got attached to that PlayStation thing, and it's like,
No, don't say that.
and then
Don't say that.
it's sitting
Don't say that.
in his apartment right now?
Don't say that.
I said the PlayStation one, not the other two. The other two are fine. The other two are fine. Actually, funny enough though, ever since I brought that thing home, it's been kind of creepy things have been happening in that room. Like games have been knocked off the floor when I come up here for no reason. It's true. Like I'm not even playing. I'm not even making that up. Like today, in fact, before I came up here to bring this camera and stuff, I hadn't been up here in a while. And I walk up there, there's games on the shelf that were knocked over. The thing about that is, you could say it was the cat, but where the games fell off, the cat can't reach that high. Did that pick up on camera? Did it?
I don't know.
Dude, it's already hot in here. We're in a small room, and you're gonna release ass gas everywhere? What's wrong with you?
That was a good one, dude.
Oil up and hit the gym with me.